Cloudcast Media.
Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media. It's always a good day when I have this great guy on. The content he always provides is spectacular. Lenny Lazinski is the CEO of the San Diego Automotive Museum. How you doing, Lenny?
I'm doing well. How are you?
It was good. And, we just had his bride on, as the name sounds familiar. What we should do is, I just thought about this, we should have a battle of the podcast families. And we should go ahead and play side by side his wife's podcast versus Lenny's, and we'll have the viewers or the listeners vote on which one was the best. They always did a great job. Great. Well, I'm going to let you introduce your guest who came in from Ignite.
Yeah, thanks for inviting us in again. Always enjoy being here. And, we talked about the Ignite Academy and getting it started and all the wonderful things going on. We have 105 kids right now.
Oh, congratulations.
Can you believe that? I mean, in 3 years, we've gotten up to 105. And I got to tell you, right now, we have Santiago and Gabriel here. They are phenomenal kids in the program. And I thought, hey, everybody's heard me before. Let's bring in some people here that actually live and breathe this program.
It is fantastic. So talk a little bit about Ignite before we turn it over to Gabriel and Santiago.
Yeah, absolutely. So I took over the museum in 2020, and then COVID shut us down.
I remember you came into our studio.
Yeah, right then.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I had a passion for working with kids, YMCA days and promises to kids, and really looking at the donor base that we had. And I kept hearing over and over again, hey, if you can hire a kid or teach a kid to this skill, I can hire him at this job. Oh, that's awesome. So let's do some career exploration. Let's teach these kids in high school about the jobs within the industry and see if we can ignite a spark in them. And then that started off, we had about 40 kids doing that and by our second year. And then we did internships where they can take interns, and both these gentlemen here participated in that this summer. And then they can do a paid apprenticeship their senior year, getting ready to get a job post high school. One of these two gentlemen, I'm sure, will talk to you about the job they've already been offered for the end of the school year, next year. So that's what it is. It's a career exploration, an internship to see if they like it, and then a paid apprenticeship, which culminates into a job.
And the reason why I love this, when Lenny and I first started talking about this, when there was the COVID and came up with this idea, and Lenny knows we're passionately involved with the Classroom of the Future Foundation, which is all about career exploration in colleges, and working with my colleague Al Love, who he knows very, very well. And Al just retired and got his own business coming up. So this is just absolutely fantastic. I'll start with you on this, Gabriel. How long have you been involved with Ignite?
I have been involved with Ignite for over 2 years now.
Oh, that's fantastic. So what did you know about it before you got in, and what can you tell us about it now?
I knew nothing about this program before. The only reason I found out about this was because of a teacher who told me about this, and he said he tried doing it, but it was only for high schoolers, and he wanted to give that chance to kids like me who are into cars.
Right.
And so I took the opportunity right away. And ever since that day, I've loved being in here. All the opportunities I've gotten, everything I've been able to do, amazing.
And talk about how, the stuff you learned through Ignite is actually helped you in the classroom, or has it?
Yes,
with math, science, and career exploration, and how to deal with people, how to build things, and so to speak.
Yes, this program definitely teaches you about how to handle different situations with cars, and definitely has helped me think about my future more, not only about if I like this or not, but the people in it, like Eddie, have asked me, hey, do you want to do this? What do you think about your future? And this has definitely got me thinking, do I really want to do this? And with everything we've been learning has been showing me what I can do, and it's something I want to do. That's got to bring chills to Lenny's, arm. And thinking about this aspect, that's exactly what it was designed for. How about you, Santiago? Talk about your experience.
So I've been a part of the program since like most likely the very beginning. I remember going to the San Diego Auto Show, and there was a stand there that said like, Ignite program. And I didn't know what it was. I told my dad about it because I was the one that actually went up to it. And I told my dad, hey, I want to do this. So my dad came over, and then obviously he got the details. And I went to the very first workshop ever. And ever since then, I've been going. And this year I've been going to every single workshop, trying to get there and trying to be present and doing all the workshops. This last week, we did a week straight of workshops, which it's called at I Know Collision. And it was a very fun time for us.
So talk about what you have learned. You were in the very first class, so to speak, okay? And now here you are now. What would you say the most you've learned? That things that have given you confidence? Have you learned about the diversity of jobs in the field?
Yes, sir. The most exciting program that we've done was last week. We probably did a lot of hands-on work all throughout the week and did our own 370Z from the museum, built it from a scratch car, painted it, sanded it, and then we put a new body kit on it. We've also had different workshops where we learned how to actually clean the car and polish a car with detailing and upholstery work. We've done workshops where we learn how to change out different parts of the car, oil changes, and stuff in between that.
I mean, the skills and the jobs that you, Santiago and Gabriel, are going to be lifelong learning. We all know that, right? And 20 years from now, you're going to remember your first workshop there as this, and then maybe you'll remember this podcast in 20 years, who knows, in this aspect of it. But just think, oh my goodness, Lenny is just showing me the car. That thing needs to be in a Concord of elegance. That is just absolutely gorgeous. And Lenny, when you hear the stories, these are just two of the 105 because that have gone through it. It is, oh my goodness. So that started off at that. I'm going to have Brandon get those pictures from you, and we're going to put that on the website for our show so we can highlight that. Lenny, you must be thrilled beyond belief.
5 years ago, we first met and talked about this program, and it really was an idea. And, people were like, what are you doing? You're the CEO of a museum. What are you doing trying to take this on? And now I'm getting the phone calls from district leaders. I'm getting across the state, different manufacturers. Everybody's reaching out and saying, hey, you've got something cooking. I mean, it's left San Diego. We're now got the buzz all through California. We got the buzz starting to go national. And I told everybody 4 years ago that we have a recipe to take this national. We're still in the process of building. We're still learning. We're still developing the program. But to sit here and listen to these two just talk about their experiences and, they're underselling themselves. I mean, these two right here have not just participated, they've rolled up their sleeves, they've become leaders in the groups. When new kids show up, they're showing them around, getting them ready, excited. And, we were talking in the lobby beforehand, and I was like, so what do you guys want to do? And I asked them, were these jobs you even knew about before you started? And like, no, I had no idea. I was installing brakes. I was doing detailing. All these things that we've done is just fabulous. And I'm sitting there going, wow, these kids are magnificent individuals and have a passion and just watching them. I mean, I just watch these guys and I get the goosebumps. Well,
I'm getting goosebumps and I'm not even involved in this, just because it's exactly what we try to accomplish at the Classroom of the Future Foundation is what you guys are doing. You're the poster child for this, and you students are certainly in the results of this, where this is lifelong learning. You're going to take every one of these skill sets. Who knows? You guys may become doctors down the road, maybe not. You don't know. But the skills you're learning here on what you're doing with the cars, and you talk about this, and the business skills of you've got to be on time, You got to hit a deadline. This is the budget you have to work with. I mean, we're just touching the surface. Is absolutely phenomenal. We're chatting with Lenny Lazinski, is the CEO of the San Diego Automotive Museum, talking about their academy. It's called Ignite, and two of their superstars that are involved, Gabriel Rodriguez and Santiago Lopez. I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media. You're listening to Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show. We are the nation's longest running community podcast. We're in our 19th year, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, 6 decades of doing great things in San Diego County, from food insecurity to financial literacy to the homeless. They're always involved. We come back from break. Lenny and Gabriel and Santiago, we're going to talk more about Ignite. Be remiss if we didn't talk about that phenomenal party in the park that is coming up as well. And then all three of you be thinking about what our listeners can do to support your efforts. You and Gabriel and Santiago, as how you guys are going forward, and anything we can do to support the museum. Lenny, get some thought to that when we come back after this short break.
When you do your banking with Mission Fed, you get great rates on auto and home loans. That's good for you, but something good also happens for a lot of other people. We're not for profit, so we put money back into the community to help lots of great nonprofits to keep San Diego strong. So you're not just getting something good, you're doing something good. Come to Mission Fed. It's banking that's good for all.
Brand amplification is the DNA of Cloudcast Media, and our code is the powerful blending of sound, voice, and storytelling to lift local brands and their communities. Whether it is our Brandcast, Schoolcast, or Causecast platforms, the unifying ethos is all about this community, the one you call home. If you dare to dream and want to explore the brand amplification of Cloudcast, a national leader in local podcasting and other Winfluence strategies, please visit us at cloudcast.us.
I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media. You're listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, the nation's longest running community podcast in our 19th year. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, 6 decades. They're just doing great things for people living in San Diego County. I have on Lenny Lazinski, CEO of the San Diego Automotive Museum. We're just honored that he likes to come back on our podcast every so often, and brought 2 superstars with him from the museum's Ignite. It's their academy, and that is Gabriel Rodriguez and Santiago Lopez. Before we get back to Gabriel and Santiago, you got a pretty big event coming up. Talk about it.
Yeah, we have our gala. It's our 5th gala, and we try to raise as much money for the museum for all of the work we do. But a lot of the work that we do is this program Ignite. So most of the funding does go to the program. And we'll talk about what this car really, the 370Z.
Right.
I got a list a year ago. I said, hey, what cars would you kids want? And I think the presentation that I was given, I think they were a little like, he's expecting like a classic car, a Delahaye or something like that. And we can fix it up. But they were all like Nissan, Toyota, all these tuner cars. I was like, I used to have that car. Oh, Mitsubishi, I had that one too. You guys are trying to make a race car. And they're like, yeah. And I was like, so if I get you one of these cars of the 5, you guys are going to make it ready for track. And they said, absolutely. So I got the car for them in January, and they've been working on it since then. And they have an open invitation. If their car is ready, they can take the car to Laguna Seca on a closed track day.
Oh, my goodness. Have you been to Laguna Seca? You know where that is, right?
I know where it is, but I have not been.
Oh, my goodness. My brother lives in Monterey, so it's, there, basically. The great story. Let's get back to the party in the park. What day is it?
Yeah, so it's September 27th.
Okay.
There's tickets still available. You can go on our webpage and get some information on it.
It'll sell out, so you better get your tickets now.
Yep, we're running out of tables. So I think we have like 5 tables left, a few individual tickets available. But what's really crucial right now is getting the funds for this is going to fund them to be able to go. We don't charge these individuals to participate in the program. So 105 kids, this is free of charge for them, getting tools, getting them stuff they need. And this is a big event to support that. If you can't attend the event, go online. And one of the things that we do, if you have an old beater in your car or in your garage and you don't know what to do with it, you can't get rid of it, don't know how to sell it, let us come and pick it up for you. These kids will take a look at it.
So where were you? This was way before I knew you. When I was driving around my dad's 1969 Rover, okay? You and I have talked about it, I think, when you first came on the show 5 years ago. And Santiago and Gabriel are going, what is it? Rover? It's an English car. Well, take a look at it because you don't see them on the road anymore. I haven't seen a Rover ever since my dad's. I would have given this to you. And it wasn't a TC. It wasn't twin carb. It was just a single deal on it. So I think that's great. I'm going to get back to Gabriel and Santiago. Which one of you has a job coming up? Okay, very, very good. So Santiago, you'll be starting working where?
At I Know Collision.
Oh my, congratulations. When? When do you start?
Next summer.
So, and this is all what it's all about. And if you talk about a program, and I'm so thrilled for you, Lenny, on this. From the second you came in the studio, I said, this guy's the real deal over here. To where you are now, 2025, and you're just getting started. You're on the 2-yard line with 98 yards to go because there's just so much cool stuff. This is what it is about. And so now here's Santiago, besides the fact he's learned so much about other things, is going to get a job, is going to be producing into the workforce, is what we are all about. And what I love about this aspect of it for Santiago and Gabriel, Lenny, is what we talk about all the time on college and career pathways, is that, heaven forbid, we're actually focusing on what the student wants to learn. How about that for a concept? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely, for 2 generations, we've talked about this before. We taught everybody that, our society, that the prerequisite to success is a college degree. And that's just simply not true. Okay? Let's teach these individuals what they want to do, how to be productive in something that they're passionate about. Let them make their living, their contributions to society through their own passions. And the program is allowing these individuals to explore opportunities to find a passion. And it's great. Santiago, he hasn't shared that he races cars on the weekends. He's an avid racer.
Is he going to be the one driving this thing up in Laguna Seca?
If we get the funding and I can get insurance to sign off on it, yes, he can drive it. But you know how that all works.
I do know how it all works. How many roadblocks can we put up for something that's good? Right, exactly.
Right. But, and I'm the guy that's going to see those roadblocks and I'm going to knock them down.
Right, absolutely. You already have. You did it for 5 years.
Yeah, but really to watch all of these individuals to go to these with eyes wide open and saying, hey, I don't know if I'm going to like this, but I'm going to give it a go. And then to listen to them and say, I like that, and I'm going to pursue something. We had 20 kids go to the 370 over 2 weeks. 5 of them are being offered internships through the school year. A couple of them are offered actual jobs. Davo there, Collision Auto, he's just phenomenal.
Well, and it takes, and let's do this too, Lenny. Let's shout out those businesses like where, Santiago is going to be working. These are groups that believe in what you're doing with Ignite, and knowing that the student that is going to be coming in, whether it's Santiago or it's going to be Gabriel or whomever, they are disciplined. They're going to come to work. They're going to be enthusiastic about the job. They're going to be eyes wide open. The perfect employee. Are you kidding me? Young, youthful, creative, and innovative. Of the 105 students, is it mainly male-dominated? Do you have any females in there?
We do have females. I think there's 3 or 4 right now, if you guys remember. I mean, we have Molly is a big one. Molly, she was in the pilot program, and now she was given the title of judge, official judge, not a youth judge, official judge at the concourse. And she did that this year. And now, I mean, she's being requested at other car shows to come and be a judge because of her talent of being able to see everything.
Right. Have you made a push at all to try to get more females involved?
Yeah, everybody asks. And right now...
you'll take whoever wants to do it.
Yeah, whoever wants to do it right now. But we are getting females. And the ones that come... I always ask this, what brought you in? And not all of them, but about half of them. Well, I came because my boyfriend's here.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But here's what's great. When the boyfriend decides he's not there and they're no longer together, guess who's still there?
That's wonderful.
Yeah, and they stay. When we first got this 370Z, and they had to take all of the interior out to learn how to put a roll cage in.
Right.
And I had to actually take some of the guys away from the car, take the tools out of their hands to give them to other kids, because that's like how much going on there was. You go to a typical high school auto shop, you've probably got 20 kids in there. 3 of them are actually doing stuff. The other ones are goofing off.
Right.
Come to us on a Saturday when we're doing a workshop, and it's not like that. Everybody's like vying for tools and vying for the opportunity to get there. So right now we have a 65 Mustang that we're working on, the 370Z that they got going. I've got my 64 Impala down there now so that they can start working on that. I mean, hey, if they want to do it.
I will expect you to give me a call if a 69 Rover shows up. Okay.
I've always kept an eye out for you.
I appreciate that. We're chatting with Lenny Lazinski. He's the CEO of the San Diego Automotive Museum, talking about some of his star students of the Ignite. It's the museum's academy to focus on learning about everything about autos, whether it's putting them together, whether it's the business of collision and so forth, joined by Gabriel Rodriguez and Santiago Lopez, 2 stellar Ignite students, and congratulations to you, Santiago, with landing this job in this. This thing will be nationwide, in hopefully short order. These are the types of programs, whether it's, and you happen to be focused on the world of auto, but with auto, there's 75 different 1,000 careers. And one of the things we love talking about on our show is that, no, you don't have to just know how to build a car. There are 55 other things involved with auto, as it is with anything. And the example I use, quite a bit to my spotlight listeners are probably sick of me saying it, is the newspaper. As Lenny knows, I worked there for many years on the business side, ran community and public relations. But before that, I was a sports writer as well. But at the Union Tribune at the time, with 2,400 employees, when I first started in the early 90s, only 1/8 of them were writers. 7/8 of the Union Tribune did things other than writing. They were selling the paper, they were delivering the paper, they were designing the paper, they were doing X, Y, and Z, and the same thing in auto. There's so many jobs on this. So I'm going to put you and Gabriel and Santiago on the spot a little bit here. So I'm going to start with you on Gabriel so Santiago can think about this. You are now a spokesperson for Ignite, okay? You are now going to be in front of a commercial, and you're going to be convincing people why they should be part of Ignite. Go ahead.
People should be a part of Ignite, because if you want to do something out of the ordinary things that you do, this is a perfect hobby. This is something you don't have to contribute all the time, but it is something that you can get your hands working. You can do something else other than whatever you're doing in your life. Or if you are not sure you really want to work with cars, because this was me. I didn't know if I wanted to work with cars or not, because I didn't know what it felt like. Would I be up to it? Would I really contribute to working on the car? And getting to put my hands in there, oh yeah, it was amazing. Getting to learn more about the car, getting to meet new people. This is something that brings light into my life. It's something that's helped me figure it out, how I want to live my life.
What a well-spoken gentleman. I'm sure you learned that in Ignite too. Here you are, no practice, no nothing, on the spot. That was a beautiful job. All right. Your bar is high, Santiago. What would you say?
Well, if you're under 18 and you want to be in a program where you don't know what you want to do with your future, I suggest San Diego Auto Museum's Ignite Academy. Ignite Academy provides a lot of resources for you to get into the car industry. There is a very, very shortage of mechanics all over the United States, where there's people that are not taking these job opportunities. So why don't you get into this opportunity of becoming a mechanic, getting paid well, and also learning about cars, getting to work on amazing cars, and not only just that, but just expanding your knowledge and not having to pay for expensive oil changes at the dealership when you can learn how to do it.
Beautiful. My goodness. Now why you chose these two. You're well-spoken, very supportive of what Ignite is. Great spokespeople for Ignite. Lenny, shout out the Party in the Park one more time.
Party in the Park, September 27th. You can go ahead and go online at www.sdautomuseum.org. Click on the gala and Party in the Park. September 27th, and love for you to come and join us. And these kids are going to have their cars and doing presentations on the cars there that night. So if you want to see them talk about what they've accomplished and what they've got going on, that's a perfect night to come and join us.
Right. So when you do that, you want to go, and when you listen to this podcast, you're going to want to go to Gabriel and Santiago and say, I heard you on the Spotlight on the Community show. Okay. It was done on August the 8th. You guys killed it. Now I get to meet you on September the 27th. So I think that would be great. Lenny, it is always a thrill to have you on. Be thinking about your next visit. Let's do this in November, December, as we get ready for the next year. I'm thinking about bringing more Ignite students on or anything else. We can recap how the party went, and just a joy to have on the show, and you provide great content for our listeners. Santiago and Gabriel, we say this quite a bit on my show, and my associate producer, Brandon, is going to chuckle on this. We get to say, I knew you when. So when you are running your own businesses 10 years from now and 20 years from now, and a decrepit old Drew comes in and says, do you remember me? You were on my podcast, as you guys are sitting there doing well in your different careers. Thank you so much for coming in, Lenny. It's always a joy. And to our listeners, we hope you enjoyed the interview.
You've been listening to an episode of Drew Schlosberg's Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego community. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
Cloudcast Media.